we're going to be playing this one, at least to kick things off today, and then we'll be jumping into who knows what later. It is a version of Prison, indeed, Last God. We're going to actually be excluding Ensnaring Bridge. Now, I recently wrote about Ensnaring Bridge having a better chance at attacking the meta, and we're not going to do that with this list. No, this one is for fun. So this list is going to be leveraging the power of Blood Moon by playing 8 of them. That's right, 8 of them. Now, we've played 4, we've played 5, 6, and 7, and it's now time to double up and go to 8. This is 8 Moon. 8 Moon Lukka, 8 Moon Infected, 8 Moon, who knows what you want to really call this, but it is 8 moons, and that is what we'll be doing. We have some interesting spice here. Let's go ahead and go over what we have here. Bridge did save us a lot. We're gonna respect that Mom Spaghetti is gonna save us more here. Moons and Spaghetti. Grace is streaming right now, trying to do that super qualifier and building something with Guardians with Bob 2.0. Anyway, enough of that. Let's take a look at this list. What do we got that's spicy here? Well, we've got Lukka, and Lukka is probably the focus of this list. Lukka is a 5-mana planeswalker, and if you're not familiar, likes cats. Oh, you want to know what it does? Well, +1 doesn't matter, -7 doesn't matter. The -3 is what -2 is what we care about. Exile target creature you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher converted mana cost. Higher converted mana cost. And so the idea here is we have Maguses, which are at 3, Simian Spirit Guides, which are 3, Bone Crushers, Seasoned Pyromancers, both at 3, and to finish it up, the other little dash of spice, if you will, we have Planebound Accomplice. Now, Planebound Accomplice is interesting because it's a 3-mana, 1/3, and you're able to use 1 red mana, and if you are able to get that 1 extra 1, you get to put a Planeswalker into play. Now, the Planeswalker goes away at the end step, but that doesn't matter. We're using Lukka once, spinning the wheel, and getting an Emarkul. That's the idea here. We're going to try to get fast Blood Moons so that we can basically prevent our opponent from playing. We have this Chalice in here, just in case. Planebound, Lukka, or other 3-drops, make an Emarkul. Sideboard-wise, we can basically convert into a very aggressive list with Lightning Bolts, Rabble Masters, a few of Braids here, and then we have Pithing Needles or Tormods and Relics. I think the biggest thing here that's going to be a problem is a faster list from our opponent and or something that interacts with us from maybe the graveyard or from Planeswalkers in a longer game. The game shouldn't be long. We're hoping they go fast. Let's go ahead and get into our stuff. What's up, Slayerfall? I see you. D20, Last God, Heebie-Jeebies, Gregarious is here. Corey is here. Zale's here. Odysseus is here. We're all here. Happy Friday, everyone. Let's go. Look at that, 5 trophies. Got them up on the mantelpiece. Some cages for Neobrand kind of things? Nah. We won't ever run into Neobrand. Avaros and Address is here. Let's go. Let's go. We're just jumping right into it. We're not going to worry about cages. Ha. Look at this hand. Oh, it has everything. We're going to keep... I'm going to go ahead and ditch the gemstone and a mountain to it, even though that's 3. We have ritual effects and we have other ways to get here. If we whiff a few times, we have Seasoned Pyromancer to dig. Corey is fine. We're Corey TC. That's what I'm calling you. All right, opponent. Opponent Mulligan to 6. Has a Misty Rainforest. We're going to lead with a mountain here. Blood Moon looks pretty okay here. Happy to play Blood Moon or Seasoned Pyromancer. Misty Rainforest cracks this. I'm expecting a basic. If they get a Triome, I'll just get ready. So how's everyone's Friday? You've made it through Triome. You've made it through the week. I hope it's going well. The weekend is upon us, right? It is Friday, right? Flood Strand for our opponent and holding counter magic, probably. Thinking I can get away with a Magus here, especially since I drew a second one. We'll give it a shot. Blood Moon has a chance of being forced. There's a few other things that hit non-creature spells. Leading with the Magus, even if we didn't draw this extra one, I think this sets us better for the Blood Moon. Perhaps an island here, and we find a mana leak. All good. We'll be doing that again. Love to see a mountain here and try to do the Magus one more time. My opponent doesn't get to ramp here, which is good. They are in the colors that try to ramp. Growth Spiral could have been a thing they played. Instead, they had to take the Magus. All right, what's up next? What's up next, opponent? Tapping mana. We're not tapping mana. Steam Vents shocked in. Making a Wrenn 6 to pick up a land here, floating 1 blue. This is a great opportunity to potentially Magus here because a Force Negation gets the Blood Moon, but not the Magus. Also being just an island here. They don't know about second Magus. Poor them. Like I said, land would be super nice to see. We do see a land. It's nice. Extra Magus, go. Do we think we're gonna get to do it? I don't know. Magus in play, 4th land, and my opponent's turn. Finds a basic plains. Pretty good for them. Do we have Teferi? Picks up the Flooded Strand and does nothing else. Top deck land? No. No top deck land here. If I Season Pyromancer, we show the Lukka. I won't have haste, no. So the fact that they have a plains means they can do stuff, maybe. Protection from things. Kind of wondering if I should just try to Blood Moon here as a redundant spell. Oh gosh, they were just like ham sandwich. Oh my gosh, I didn't attack. No fear from us. My opponent had F6'd. Let's find that land. Let's find that land. Now the Blood Moons are here so that we don't accidentally unlock them. Upticks here with the Wrenn 6 has what appears to be Bolt. Decides not to use it. Top deck land. Ooh, anger. All right, well, Season Pyromancer here. Playing around the Snapcaster block. Now they know about Lukka. Awkward. We'll attack Wrenn 6 this time around. Wrenn 6 down to 4. And they're like, what you doing, Fluffy? What are you doing? Nothing. Nothing. Just really appreciate a big cat. What's wrong with that? Love the art. Just want to play it to pitch it to Season Pyromancer. Now I can spin the wheel on a Season Pyromancer. That's like 10 times better than on the Magus. All right, what's going on, opponent? Double Blood Moon here. That Teferi is real bad now. Wrenn 6 is going to get blasted here by tokens. I can't have that many decisions. They've F6 twice. Right? What's kind of cute here is that we could down tick twice with Lukka. That is something we can do because it starts at 5. Ooh, white mana being tapped. Nahiri. Well, this is unexpected. What are we going to do here? Exile? Exiles the Blood Moon. Please find a land here. Please, please, please. Pretty please. Pings off a token as well. We can kill this. I don't find a land. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of Renin 6 here and Nahiri. I will probably play an additional Magus so they don't take care of my Magus here. Just keep them under the Blood Moon effects for forever. 8 Moon is too strong. Don't even get the spaghetti. Oh, it was gonna show up. This feels like this could be like converted into just smash opponent. They had quite a few planeswalkers too. Probably don't need the Anger the Gods. Really didn't see anything at 1. We can just like slam in with some Rabble Masters and Bolts. I like the idea of being just aggressive here. Lukka do be kind of hot though. Yeah, Lukka didn't do too much there. Lukka's a good looking guy. He's got a cool cat too. I mean, like, you know, there's that whole attraction. You get the attraction, nice face and stuff, but you also have this attraction to people that might be like very strong in dangerous situations. He's petting a saber-toothed cat looking thing. Just saying. I'm kind of good with just being aggressive here. Let's not worry about the pithy needles. Let's just go aggression. This feels like aggression. I saw planeswalkers. 1 landers, huh? If this was a ritual or simian spirit guide and this was Lukka, I would keep it just for the all in. If I see a man with a giant winged cat, you know, I'm gonna be proposing on the spot. You like the relic more than the bolt? I don't think I can keep a 1-lander here. Oh my gosh. Look, it's a no-lander. Let's mulligan this. All right, here we go. Here we go. Keep bolt out. That awkward moment where you'd like to keep... Just, we're gonna top deck Lukka, right? We're gonna top deck Lukka in the top 2 cards. We go for it, right? It is a turn 1 moon, but I almost don't want to do a turn 1 moon. If we're doing turn 1 moon, we're getting rid of Planebound, which I guess is okay. You know, if we top deck Lukka, we're just like turn 2 Spaghetti Mom. Whatever, I guess we'll play the turn 1 moon. We'll get forced here. It's okay. We'll accept the force of negation. It's all right, opponent. We'll get that Planebound eventually. We are playing 8 moons. It's probably only appropriate that we do turn 1 Blood Moon occasionally. Whoa! Hold up there, Spaghetti Mom. Oh, they're not going through. It's not good. I hope they have Bolt. I hope they have Bolt. Please have Bolt. No, it's all over. We lose. Well, I guess they have 3 cards and we have 2 lands. You know, it's basically even. Why would you get a mountain against me? What? Get anything else but a mountain against me. It'll turn into a mountain. What? Get your Triome. What's up, Bolus? Renin 6. Picks up the Misty or something. Cool. Got this awkward Emarkul in hand. Picks up Misty. Renin 6. Making things happen. Alright. Seasoned Pyromancer is not a bad thing to see here. They're hedging against Blood Moon, but what? Why with the mountain? Just go get a Steam Vents or something. I don't understand this fetch. Of all the things you could fetch, I would not have fetched a mountain. It's the year of revolution. Why is that, Bolus? Upticks here and passes the turn. Like, now they don't have double blue still. All right. Desperate Ritual. Season Pyromancer. Ditchin' Spaghetti Mom. Nice. We find a land here and Simian Spirit Guide. So I just need a land plus Lukka. You're making a chicken casserole. That sounds good. Basic is going to be fetched here. Or Naya. I don't know what they're doing. Well, the Earth will revolve around, will revolve around the sun this year too. A year of revolution. We revolve around the year we revolve around the sun every year. Look at these. That's mismatched. I should call that out. Be like, that's mismatched, please. Can you fix that, opponent? Omnath, okay. Cool. It's an Omnath. All right, Magus go. Have at it. Have at it. Viridian's a cool cat. It's on the up and up. Got the low down. Good thing they got their basic mountain. They just wanted to flex. Look at these. Look at these lands. That's just a flex. That's what they're doing. Are they gonna get rid of this? Not yet. Dude, if it's Emarkul versus Emarkul, this is so strange. They got rid of a Triome. Maybe that's why they didn't fetch. They didn't have the Triome. Very hot cat. 32 degrees. It's toasty. There went my token. Bye, token. Goodbye. Land. I'll take it. Pass the turn. I'm not going to do anything here because if I find Emarkul, I'm going to be happy. Except they might Emarkul me. Ups here, just hangs tight. I get Lukka, I play, get Emarkul, and then they Emarkul, and I have to... Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, I would be able to keep Emarkul because I would have Lukka. I'd sacrifice everything else, and I'd lose everything. And 70F here. Good old January. When will Americans convert to Celsius? Never. It's a shame. All right, what do we got, opponent? Double red, that scares me. Did you sideboard Anger the Gods in? That's 3 red. Cycles a Triome, because that's what they picked up with Ren and 6. I'm paying attention. Teferi, Bounce Moon. I assume this is Bounce Moon. What do you think they're going to get with this Nahiri? They went up with Teferi. They're afraid of my Emarkul. That's a smart play. Lukka, make it oh, we're gonna make it interesting. Don't force. Make it interesting. Now I gotta see if my opponent does everything correctly. Goodbye, Season Pyromancer. Goodbye. Oh, Spaghetti Mom. We've done it. We achieved it. Now what happens? Gets bounced. Find protection from colored spells. Not Planeswalker, spells. Bounce this, go get their own Emarkul. Oh, hit the concede button. That's gotta be what this Nahiri's for. Omnath Spaghetti. What's funny is I can spin one more time here, so we have a chance to put a second Emarkul in. If this is not Emarkul themselves. Big questions here about to be had. Oh boy. Do we get counter Emarkul'd? Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Money Pile slamming in Spaghetti Mom. I'm not going to have a board after this, but I will be alive unless they decide to Ren and 6 me once. The true MVP here is Ren and 6. Please smash me. That was offensive. This is offensive. I don't even know why it's having me pick. It's all my permanents. We're giving them the ping with Renin 6 victory here. We got counter Emarkul. Which way is better? Lukka or Nahiri? The awkwardness. I'm not even disappointed. All right, pithing needles are looking a lot better than the bolts. A lot better. Flavor-wise, the Nahiri, the haste one. You don't like my not hasted one? Which one's easier to get out? That's maybe a question. All right, Blood Moon's a little bit weaker against Nahiri. Not going to change it, though. We're going to run all of what we've got here. Lots of 3 drops. Clearly don't need anger. That's not what we're here for. Let's go. We'll be on the play. I want that turn 1, Planebound, Lukka. Go. Lukka feels like a Pokemon trainer. Summoning Mewtwo. Sort of. The ability even feels like it. It's kind of like return Rabble Master. Go Emarkul. Let's play first. All right, I'll keep this. I like a Pithing Needle on turn 1, followed by any and all of this. I love the non-F6 here. They've got Force. Do you like that? All right, what do we have to name here? It would be almost hilarious to name a fetch land and get it correct. It's probably Nahiri, because it can exile some weird stuff where, yeah, Teferi's annoying, but it bounces. Name Flooded Strand. I want to so bad. Misty Rainforest isn't a bad name either. Do it. 2 people have said it. Let's go for it. It's so bad. Let's go, Flooded Strand. On the play, did we name it correctly, opponent? Well, they didn't concede yet. Oh, Temple Garden, what is this? All right, what do we have for next? Magus or Rabble Master? It's one or the other. I'm kind of tempted to do Magus here. We haven't really seen Bolt or Path. If they do Path this, that's fine. We're just going to keep ramping up here. All right. And it also opens up Rabble Master to be more likely to stay on the battlefield, which is important to us. Watch this be Flooded Strand. They can't play Renin 6. I think I'd laugh. It'd be so amazing. All right, we're at their upkeep. They're thinking about their upkeep. Really contemplating that upkeep. Our next play is definitely Rabble Master, by the way. Maybe a small pause if we see a blue land here, because we have seen Mana Leak. But we'll just hang tight here on the upkeep of our opponent. Now they're draw, now they're Ming. Breeding Pool. We got it all wrong, ladies and gentlemen. All right, do we slam a Rabble Master into this Mana Leak, or just do we Bone Crusher Giant? Or do we Magus again? I think I want to just slam a Bone Crusher Giant down. I think this is fine. It's a solid 4-3. If they target it, it takes 2. They feel like they need to counter this. I'd rather see Teferi bounce Pithing Needle and then Magus played right after. It's kind of like just a nice solid, it's 4-turn clock. Yeah, there you go. It's the last thing I cared about getting Mana Leaked as well. So we're looking good. Cool. That's fine. If they're going to use it, good to see it used there. All right, what's next, opponent? We're only on turn 3. Triome tapped. Definitely gonna attempt a Magus here. We could try Bone Crusher again. You feel like they have Strand in hand and can't believe what happened to them? I'm gonna try the Magus here. If they have another counter, they do. Nope. No path either. Do you have Bolt? The answer appears to be no. Rabble Master's next, ladies and gentlemen. Just kidding. Next match is next. Whew, Blood Moon. If I saw basic here, I maybe play Blood Moon as just an alternate to the Magus. You think the Flooded Strand named it? They never played a fetch. They might have had it. They might have. We'll never know, but this is like really interesting to see this and like no Ren in 6. I think we got it right. I think we got it right. Oh, it was a Chad move nonetheless. I think the next options are either Nahiri or Teferi, and it might be just smarter to name Ren and 6 Teferi or Nahiri there in the blind. Probably Teferi so it doesn't get bounced randomly and then countered later. I liked our name. I like naming that. That's good. We're 1-0. MTG Kree. It's 1-0 as well. Let's play some Magic. Let's play some Magic, Kree Monk. What are you supposed to do with this kind of hand? Hand of the week, right? Flooded Strand was a massive power move. Let's see here. This is a... You get to play a Magus and then you have, like, Blood Moon after. I'm on the play. Like, you would probably do a Magus or a Blood Moon first. Whatever. We're not playing True Red Prison. I can keep this one lander. I'll get told by someone else I couldn't have done this, but we're doing it. Bam. Exile. Exile. Land. Boom. Blood Moon. No force, please. Keep. Well, we're pausing here. It's not a good sign. Haha! Incoming Soulscar Mage. Soulscar Mage. Oh, Island. All right. Ooh, this is a really bad card. Ooh. All right. Well, we're gonna hold here. I don't really want to burn any more of these Simian Spirit Guides. I could be stopping something if I put the Chalice on one, but then I'm just not doing anything for like 3 or 4 turns. I expect a second drop here. There you go, an extra island. And a Smuggler Copter. This isn't working out for us, although we do have Lukka. If we get there, we'll win. Need a flood. So good start. We will go ahead and play the Chalice on the off chance my opponent finds Aether Vial or other 1-drops. Looking all right, though. You think Magus was the better play there? Maybe. This is actually a matchup where you don't need the Blood Moon. Blood Moon's not very good against them. Not anymore. It used to be good. Nikachu fixed that. Darn Nikachu. Fixing the Blood Moon problems. Right, we're trying to resolve a Chalice on 1. My opponent's pondering this. We forgot to share the cool news. We'll share it between the next matches. Need to be wary of force? Nah, we're slamming Lukka as soon as we get the chance. 2 lands. Runner, runner. Let's go. Runner, runner. Hope they don't have a way to bounce Magus. Boots up the Copter. Swinging. Down to a 16. Lootin' and scootin'. Looter scooters here. Pitching what, non-basic? We have white in this list. Interesting. Blood Moon doing a little bit more since it's a white version of Merfolk. If it's the green one, Blood Moon doesn't do as much. Haha, countered. Nice. Ooh. We're but a land away, ladies and gentlemen. A land away. Magus in play. Unbelievable. I can't handle this. Opponent is no fun. Ridiculous. What's Lukka's up ability do? We don't read these cards. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards you exile this way gain. You may cast this card from exile as long as you control. Lukka. Magus in play. I mean, I guess I can look for land and smash down the Simian Spirit Guide. Magus turn 1 would have been better. There's enough Rakdos mid-range playing that this is probably better. Because you don't want to bolt and then get scourged. You want the Magus down. Gets rid of an Aether Vial. Smart move by my opponent. We find a land. We're going to cast a monkey. There's no way that they counter this. There's no way. Thank you. It smelled fishy from a mile away. Oh my gosh. It's fishy. Yes, tap out. Yes. Don't bounce this. What are you doing? Yes. Yes, undo that. Attack with Scooter again. There you go. Down to 10. These are the right sequences, my fishy opponent. Smacks me. Down to 10 I go. We're in a 4-turn clock. Maybe less if they play another Merfolk. Cavern of Souls. My opponent having Aether Vial, Cavern, the Hub. We're tapping out a little bit here. It's good to see. Spreading Seas. Fine. You made a keto chicken casserole? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Can't force this. Can't force this. We're doing it. We're doing it. Resolves. Go. Bye-bye, Simian Spirit Guide. It was nice knowing ya. Goodbye. Chalice Protection. Going to cry if my opponent dismembers this. We spin the wheel into the mom spaghetti. I didn't need to attack there either. It's all good. Goodbye, Lukka. It was nice having you here. Thank you for welcoming the big guest of honor. This was the MC of the party today. And we announce Emarkul the Aeons. My opponent is contemplating many things right now. The big thing they're contemplating is, why am I facing down this? It's a good question. It's a good question. Wondering if I really should keep the Blood Moons. I was thinking this was a different version of Merfolk. Emarkul is enough. We get there. Nice. All right. Braids aren't too bad here. Could potentially do Pithing Needles. We'll think on that. Lightning Bolts may not be bad either as just spot removal, as we might need a little bit more of that here in game number 2. We could probably completely trim out the Blood Moons here and just go with Magus to give us some of this interaction. Trying to think what else I'd like to see here. Trim 1 Chalice here. I like the Bone Crusher. Planebound feels good. It's a way to get around Force. I like Seasoned Pyromancer. It makes blockers. What if we do 2 Braids, some Lightning Bolts here, and 1 Pithing Needle? Do I really need the extra Pithing Needle or Lightning Bolts? I think the extra Pithing Needle makes sense on the draw. I really like the idea of these lightning bolts just to continuously get rid of things. I'm gonna actually trim all chalices here. Let's do all bolts. Oh my gosh, the squatchies are here. All the squatchies are here. Let's go with this. How's it going, Squad Chief? What were you up to? What were you playing? Which format were you playing? What magic client were you on? We're trying to take down the fish. I heard they're trash. I read it from a reliable Twitter source. Oh, we're so close. Give me a ritual spell off the top. Give me a ritual spell off the top. Come on. An Aether Vial. Has Nikachu finally turned on them? No. Squaw Chief's just being a squaw, but not a chief. Give me a ritual spell. Give me a ritual spell. Come on. Simian Spirit Guide, Desperate Ritual, one time. Yes, please. You just can't not go for this. I know there's so many better plays than double ritual here. Oh my gosh, they have the Force of Negation. I can just feel it. I don't care. We're going for this. Let it resolve. Oh, yes, they let it resolve. Go again. Now they're worried. Don't counter this one. Let it resolve. Oh no, they're gonna do the Curse Catcher. That's brutal. Alright, I still pay 1. Okay, now the question is, what do I put down? I could put a Seasoned Pyromancer down, giving me a few draws here to get a 3rd land for Planebound, or I can go kind of all in on the Planebound. I'm kind of leaning towards potentially a Seasoned Pyromancer here, pitching Seasoned Pyromancer and Magus with the idea that I'll just slow roll myself into Planebound plus Lukka. That is what I'm thinking. What's up? Const? That's what I want to do. I know they can have something like Trickster or something for the Planebound Accomplice. I think we went all in, but we didn't get the 4 mana with Planebound, so I think this is just a smarter and safer play here. It was so rewarded. Do you see this? Do you see this? Oh, it was so rewarded. Let's go. No mana leak, please. If they mana leak the Planebound, then I have the follow-up, probably Lukka. Oh my gosh. This is great. You're not going to attack. Yeah. Land. I have a Braid for the other stuff. Planebound. 1 mana. There's no counter here. There's no counter here. Activate. Oh, no, don't do this. Don't stop this activation. Phyrexian Revoker. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Done. Skip. You know why we skip? We're gonna abrade it. And then Lukka. They're trying real hard to fight this. Making this an enjoyable game, that's for sure. No fast Emarkul here. All right, 3 cards here. We got a 2-drop coming in. We have a Silvergill Adept drawing a card. But I already activated, but I never put it in play. Thankfully. Loots and Scoots over our heads. They were in response, had to do this in response to the activation. Because if this lands, I get priority again, and then I just downtick. They appear to have no way to interact with an Emarkul. All right. Destroy this artifact. Do you have a counter for this? Ooh. enters, targets, responses, Lukka, Abrade Resolve. I don't need a Planebound anymore. Goodbye, Planebound. May I have spaghetti? Yes. It's Emarkul. Bye, Lukka. MC Grand Master here. Giving the red carpet to Emarkul. Now, we paid for the activation. They did in response, but they had to because if it shows up, we smash them with spaghetti. Silvergill looking for a way to turn off Emarkul here. Do I think it can be legit? No. We've played versions of this. It's just fun. This is your perfect, literally your perfect FNM list. I am not even kidding. This is what I would take to FNM. It's a blast. All right, Aether Vial, do you have something at 2 to stop Emarkul? Going to combat. Ooh, we're doing something. Trickster. We're gonna lose all abilities briefly here. Didn't like that. We'll be back on defense play Magus past turn. Go ahead, opponent. How many Tricksters are you gonna have? Yep, Trickster's here. It's delaying the inevitable. I commend our opponent putting up the greatest of fights here. I'm at 17 life though. How many Tricksters do they have? Master of the Pearl Trident. That's a lot of damage. A lot of things have Island Walk. Trickster put the spaghetti in the fridge. All right, this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Trickster does have flash. I'm gonna go ahead and block appropriately to take the least amount of damage here. I don't know if I need to really use Magus here. I think I'm gonna leave Magus back for one turn. Down to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, they might kill me here. As much of a fight as I've put up here. 15, 16, 17. A bolt would have done it, but we don't get a bolt. They put the Pithing Needle in as just another thing they can sacrifice. I can block 2 things. I'd still take 9. I could have blocked with just 1, 1, 1, and then I'd be at 5. Attack for 20. 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20. I could have. You're correct. If they had 1 blocker, that doesn't play out very well, though, either. All right. Be funny if I had an Anchor the Gods. Let's go again. I feel like we have a good shot against them. I see what you're saying, though. Block with 1, 1, 1. And I was at 8, take an additional 6, go to 2. And then hope they don't have a creature. Let's play first. We got so hyped up on Emarkul. All right, we're gonna keep this. It's pretty good. They won. We conceded. Wait. Now they declare Lurrus? This is the first time they declared Lurrus, right? Have they been declaring Lurrus this whole time? Crazy. All right, got a nice Abrade here for, say, an Aether Vial. Got a Bone Crusher Giant. Plenty of time to work our way into Lukka here. Raminot, go, opponent. Island. Leads with Aether Vial. We'll definitely Abrade that. Goodbye, Aether Vial. Finding another land here is super nice. We were dead. We got too hyped up on it. We got super excited. I could just go for all in here, especially if I get like a a Simian Spirit Guide. Trying to abrade this Aether Vial. I'd be surprised if they have a force and use it here. But they might use a force here because the Planebound just avoids the whole force problem. They do force and they get rid of a 1-drop. I may go ahead and just play Planebound next and try to do the combo before they do anything else. We do have a Trickster to play around here at some point. All right, Planebound down past turn. This will make it so the Trickster has to be played probably on this at some point. I think the reason that this is potentially going to work here again is just because the Planebound in the Lukka combination is just not being something that would be targeted. Everyone's so focused on the graveyards right now that no one's really playing too many Pithing Needles or other things like that. When I say that, there's a Pithing Needle. All right, so they can just name Planebound or Lukka. They should just name Lukka with this. They end up naming Planebound, which I think is a smart move, but not the move they should have been playing here. By naming Planebound versus just the actual Planeswalker, I eventually get to the actual Planeswalker. This is not allowed. I just shoot. I shoot the Pithing Needle, right? Shoot the Pithing Needle, see if I can activate, and hope that they don't have Phyrexian Revoker. We know it's Trickster. I suppose what they do in response to me abrading here is they go ahead and fly the Trickster end. Anyway. They don't have mana leak up. This is the time to do it. We'll see if they do the Trickster right now. They do. Trickster's coming down, I assume. Cool. All right. Completely fine. Makes sense for them to do. We do get rid of the Planebound Accomplice problem Pithing Needle, drawing our only second abrade that is in the list. And we pass back. We have Trickster, Silvergale Adept, 2 cards, draw, and Aether Vial staying at 2. We can do this now. Right now. Right now! Sig is here. Trickster's gonna stop Emmy a turn, exactly. Well. Is this kind of awkward because if they do have a Phyrexian Revoker, we lose the Lukka here. I think it's still worth the go. Why not? Because I do have the Bone Crusher as well, so we should be fine here. We're covered by the Bone Crusher. Emarkul in play. Go ahead, opponent. Good luck. Goodbye, Lukka. It was nice having you. Over for dinner. 2-drop showing up here. We might shoot whatever this is. It's a Trickster. They're going to tap down an Emarkul here. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to wait to see what this last card is. Land and... do we just have another Trickster? There's dinner. Dinner's over, but there's some spaghetti left. Some spaghetti. Sitting in the fridge if you'd like to go grab it. All right, my opponent attacks for 8 here. I think... if I shoot one of these now, I go down 1, but I kill one of these. 2, 4, 6... I have to shoot, yeah, probably the 2-1. But like this protection would protect it, so I have to like hit Sig. I don't know. We probably shoot one of these, but then we're swinging with Emarkul. And the fact that my opponent gives up there means that that last card probably just isn't a thing. Who's ready for some spaghetti leftovers? We're 2-0. Playing some Lukka. Planebound Lukka in Modern. This isn't supposed to be happening like this. What's the text in the gold card? Merfolks that you get protection from a color. It's Sig. Alright, we get to play first. Alright, let's keep. It's very, very open-ended of what we'll get. We have so many 3-drops, I'd rather see Lukka in hand than anything else. It's the river guide one, I believe. All right, what do we got? An Oath of Nissa here. So our Bone Crusher Giant doesn't do really probably anything there. It just pings me for an extra damage. An Omnath. All right, we have Omnath stuff again. Sounds cool. Sounds cool. Well, let's go ahead and rush out a Blood Moon here, see if my opponent has the Force of Negation. The answer is no. Good luck, opponent. They can play any Planeswalker, though. Teferi is a problem. Need another 3-drop. Very likely to get one. Island. Of course my opponent has the basic island. Why wouldn't they? Can't make green. Stop that. Ren and 6. What's Blood Moon doing anyway? Nothing. Uh-oh. That's not supposed to be in hand. Uh-oh. Watch this be another Nahiri one. That'd be funny. 3-drop. Thank you. This is a little awkward, but sure. I don't mind making a few things here. Bye, Emarkul. Just, can you ignore that for a moment, please, opponent? Oh, we picked up another Scavenger Grounds. That's sweet. The spaghetti is still crunchy? Stick it back in the pot. Shoots off an elemental here. We got a Ren and 6. It's currently at 3. My opponent's not doing a whole lot here. Not too much of afraidness. Lukka. Does it resolve? Does. Shoot the Seasoned Pyromancer. We got a Spaghetti Monster. Spaghetti is here. Finds a Plains. Uh-oh. It's too much. I love it. It's just doing things. All right, what? Pithy Needles again this time, and then the Rabble Masters like we did last time to be more aggressive. Chalice is out, and 2 Angers. Let's go. You get needlessly excited? You're not alone. You're not alone. Shall we go for a turn 2 Spaghetti Mom? Keep. I can't believe it. We might get this. Give me another Simian Spirit Guide off the top. Give me the turn 1. Misty Rainforest. Sure. Sure. I got the turn 2. Let's go. Probability of getting countered high. Ooh, bird. All right, we're going for it. Turn 2. It's Force of Negation proof depending on what they do with this ritual. You play Emarkul Waste Not on Tuesday? Oh, Ren and 6. They need Teferi probably, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, turn 2, shall we? Oath of Nissa. What do we get? No! No! How do we do this? I have to like bait this Teferi to go after the Rabble Master here. Let's do Ritual into Rabble Master. We're not gonna go turn 2 because they just bounce it. Attack Ren and 6. All right. Ritual Rabble. Achievement unlocked. Remember, this interaction is force proof. So when they tap out for Teferi here, we got the green light if they go down tick. We'll see. Shocks in Hallowed Fountain. Interesting move. Interesting move. 3 mana, there's the Teferi. Down tick. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. We're getting mom spaghetti. Do we think they have another Teferi? Do we think they do? Outplayed? Not yet, not yet. They could have another Teferi. We don't know yet. Is his knees weak? Here, I'll attack the Teferi. If they block here, instead of shooting, they wanted this Teferi. Block, dang it. All right, Planebound, we're just going for it. Activate. If I have a spaghetti in hand afterwards, then we get to look at pretty spaghetti. Spaghetti in play. Do you have another Teferi? That is the ultimate question. If not, leftovers are served. No. 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 Forget you can bounce this. Why are we so defeated? Why can't we ever get this to work? It's so frustrating. Are they gonna shoot this goblin now? They don't. They don't even care. They don't even care. At least it's a foil. We'll just have to do this again later. We'll have a talk with you, Mr. Teferi. 2 goblins here. Luckily, I get to attack this Teferi. After all, I could get another Lukka. My day be so fine and boom, Teferi. Your money pile matchup has gone up significantly with the god accounts. What? Oh my gosh, do you have another Teferi? Oh, it's just Omnath. Just Omnath. It's a lot of mana. That's a lot of mana. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Basic Forest makes all the mana. 4 colors. 5 colors. Oh. That's interesting. All right, give me a Lukka off the top. Lukka right here. I can go get other spaghetti mom. Man, they're gonna make a big Hex Drinker. This is kind of frightening. It's a lot of mana. Dude, they're gonna have a 6/6 here in a moment. This is kind of like an interesting take on the Omnath pile. So you get to fetch with Renin 6 and use this to get big Hex Drinker. Gosh, it's a 4/4? Oh my gosh. Do I even have a chance? I'm gonna play a Blood Moon here. I guess I have to send at least the goblins in. So we lose 2 goblins here. We get hit for 6 on the return trip. I probably need a Lukka and Lukka only. Ugh. I wanted spaghetti to work, but they had too many Teferis. Island here. They're not going to pump this too crazy, right? Growth Spiral. Extra land here. Now has tons of mana for Hex Drinker. Let's assume I get Emarkul out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 other permanent. This just attacks me at least 3 times. There's the extra permanent. If they made this a 6/6, they're getting in at least 3 times. No, I don't think it's gonna make it. I'm gonna go a no block here. Takes me to 10. I can block Omnath. It won't matter, the Hex Drinker is gonna be around. Running 6 kills here. Just escorting Blood Moon in. All right. Definitely know what Pithy Needle needs to be on. Let's go. Game 3. This is close. This is close to keepable. I think it is keepable. Lead off to the Seasoned Pyromancer and go from there. Got a Magus as well in Blood Moon. You gotta draw a land, but that's a decent probability in the top, what, 2, 3? I guess it needs to be top 2. There's a Flooded Strand. We named that on our last Omnath opponent. Hallowed Fountain for our starters here. Should have played Rabble second time. Basic Force is found. We have the Oath. I feel like we need to get the Oath down. There's the Oath. The Oath makes it so Blood Moon's just not that potent against them. Scalding Tarn was found. Another Planebound. I think this is just a Blood Moon turn. Not a Magus turn, not a Seasoned Pyromancer kind of turn. I think this is just a Blood Moon because it's a little harder for them to interact with, followed by potentially Magus. It does stop the Omnath, and that's an important thing. It's just not going to stop any Planeswalkers. That's why Magus might be the follow-up here. Risking it against a Teferi is really awkward. And if we get our 4th land here, then at any point when I draw Planebound and Lukka is online, we do have just the Teferi. They don't bounce. Maybe it's Rabble. They do bounce though. So maybe it is Rabble now. I have the mana for Planebound if I get that. If we attack here, they have a Scalding Tarn in hand. They can get Omnath down. If I do this, they'll need an island. Wonder if I do a Magus here, it's just a little bit better. Avoids the force negation in my opponent's hand. Yeah, Magus looks a little better. They could have a path. They could also have a bolt. We haven't really seen too much of that. Resolves. Okay. Upticks with Teferi. Obviously, Magus can attack the Teferi. 1 green floating. It's a Hex Drinker. I could pump this 3 times, making it a 4/4. Oh, that's true. Lukka? No Lukka, it's probably Seasoned Pyromancer's turn. Like if it's a land, it's an extra Rabble Master. This is starting to get a little interesting. Seasoned Pyromancer could probably get rid of Ritual and potentially Blood Moon. I think we need to dig to our answer. I think it's getting rid of Ritual and Blood Moon here, because we're high chance to draw. Maybe it's just a Planebound. Gets rid of Blood Moon and Planebound. Ritual guarantees that we can hit the 4th land when needed. Let me hit the land anyway. I guess the Ritual is going to help me make more tokens this coming turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. If I get a 3rd land by accident here, I got double Rabble Master to help get rid of the Teferi. Looks like they just want to make a giant Hex Drinker here. I think I can race a Hex Drinker. It's a 6/6. Yeah, that's what they did. We don't need to hard cast Lukka. We have Planebound. I don't want to hard cast into Force. Opponent decides just doing this. Land or Lukka? Magus. Play Rabble Master. Send all the token. Let's do attack everything there, but send all the tokens at Teferi. We can race if they just don't do anything. It's unlikely. Now I get to Ritual Rabble Magus or something like that. Extra Hex Drinker, okay. Land drop. We're just gonna pump this one a whole bunch too. They attacked me for 6. This next swing has to be for lethal. I needed both of them out. They attack me for 6. I go to 8 here and then they have 12. It's not a lethal attack either, I don't think. Because they can just chump block like anything here. I mean, we'll swing with everything. We needed the other Rabble Master sooner than later. This is a lot, but 2 Hex Drinkers here is plenty. Oh, they block this way. Oh, that gives me an extra turn. Why wouldn't you block like Magus or Seasoned Pyromancer? We were dead. They get a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. I don't care about that. Oh my gosh. That's gotta be an oops. Do they have Bolt? Maybe they just have Bolt and they weren't worried about what they blocked. It's just Teferi. Okay. Okay. Don't slow roll me with this Bolt opponent. That would be rude. Did we just steal this because they didn't block the right thing? They blocked a Rabble Master instead of like a Magus? Oh my gosh, we stole it from them. We stole a match. We didn't deserve it. How did we do it? I don't know. What's happening? Sometimes you've just got to get lucky. Sometimes you just have to get lucky. There wasn't really much we could do against it. They had 2 6/6s there. Pretty simple. They just swing on our opponent to make a mistake, and they ended up making one. And what we were saying about having a Rabble Master a little bit earlier, we would have had more tokens or wider board, and the Rabble Masters both would be attacking instead of one. So that's why I was kind of saying that. The extra tokens fooled them. Yeah, they scared them. Double tokens, scary stuff. That's why math is for winners. And we say that a lot on stream. We knew we were dead. We did the math for them. Luckily, we did it here in our stream room, not in earshot of our opponent. We're 3-0, playing Lukka, Spaghetti, Infected 8 Moon in Modern. They thought the Spyro tokens were goblins? Maybe. That's true. Maybe. And then they were like, wow, I'm going to take all this. I need to block here. Where they just need to block Spyro or Magus of the Moon, and they would have been fine. They would have only taken... well, they would have taken down to like 1 or so. Maybe they were afraid of bolts. I mean, we have it. We happen to have it in this list. So maybe they were trying to do that, and they played around bolts. So maybe not quite a mistake, but I think you got to play to your out, right? Like I either have the Bolt or the Bone Crusher Giant. You can get one more turn though. Kind of like we did earlier. We should have played to our out against Merfolk and we really screwed it up. All right. Love to play first. Well, this is not a very good hand. All right, this one's probably an easy mulligan here. Don't want Emarkul really in hand. We don't know if they're a creature matchup. We have plenty of Blood Moons. We got better things to do. Here we go. This looks a lot better. Probably keep Chalices here. Just keep and like get rid of a Magus here. That seems all right. Just plan to get Chalice out on 1, maybe Chalice out on 2. Keeping 1 Magus is okay. Got plenty of Blood Moon effects, as we mentioned. Seasoned Pyromancer is probably the better card here to dig a little bit deeper. For those that are wondering why I don't put Chalice on 0, I don't know if I need to. With a Bauble, it's okay to lose one of these to then future protect your hand with like Chalice on 1. Breeding Pool, nothing for our opponent. No Companion either. Throw a Chalice on 1, but it's smelling like Omnath Money Pile again. We'll see. Thank you for the follow. The Reels, Samwise, Gamgee. You would have sent one Chalice on 0? No. And you'll lose the other one to Thoughtseize and be upset that you're going to get bolted down. Ren N6. The cost held a lot of people down. Now that everyone's got these like god accounts, we're all crying. Is that what's happening? I guess. All right, this looks really good. Magus here and Chalice protecting it on 1. You would have shuffled one? I like holding 2 Chalices. Magus actually opens up our hand here to use Seasoned Pyromancer. We're struggling a little bit with our colorless lands. Definitely also punishes my opponent a little bit more this time around. No Oath this time. Upticks with Ren and 6, but not getting anywhere. Let's see what we draw. A Ritual effect. Definitely don't care about Ritual at this point. Let's Seasoned Pyromancer, Chalice, and Desperate Ritual. We don't need a Chalice on 2, I don't think. Looking for more lands is completely fine. We will attack Ren and 6 just to get it out of the way. Should be pretty safe to do that. We're in a good position here. I can hold Gemstone Caverns for the Lukka. I can play Bone Crusher Giant. Quite honestly, we may not ever show them what we're doing here, which would be really super sweet going into game 2. How do you get a god account? Currently, there is an event going on. You pay $25 to enter the event. Upon entering... Actually, let's do... No, I don't want to get forced. Getting forced here is stupid. By entering the event, you get an account with pretty much most cards. They have that disclaimer that there's like not promos and a few other things. But you basically get everything, and once you get everything you can play, you can happen to play in other events as well. In this case, we're running into a little bit here in the leagues. Yeah, it's like a weekend pass. It's $25 or something. Yeah, event token, $25. We were apparently not going to draw anything, but hey, our Blood Moon, oh, Lukka! Blood Moon's getting us there. All right, same thing as we've been doing. Pithing Needles in, Chalices out, Rabble Masters in for the Chalices, Pithing Needles in for the Angers. We played the matchup now so many times. You know the drill. Let's go. Let's go. What's interesting... I sort of like this. I know I have an Emarkul in hand, but I sort of like this. Let's keep. Misty Rainforest. I'm going to lead with Rabble Master here. Just kidding. I kind of want to do this now. I'm going to do Magus. Turn 1 Magus is pretty strong. We'll see if they have like Bolt or something for it. If they have Bolt, I'd almost rather, once again, Magus to get hit with this than the Rabble Master. Pithing Needle's probably naming Teferi next turn, and then we'll get a Rabble Master in 2 turns. This is interesting because they have to pick what they want here. They'll probably pick green. The green is for Ren 6 that's in hand. Teferi is one of the few things that could bounce this. The other thing we could do is name Ren 6 with Pithing Needle so they don't do Ren 6 down tick, Ren 6 down tick. Both are probably fine. If we see a basic island or a basic plains here, I'll probably do Pithing Needle on Teferi. We see forest here, and that's it. Explore and no other things, so we're kind of okay here. All right, I guess we'll name it on Teferi now. I have a Blood Moon that I would like to play as well. Just need to draw one more land, and I think we got this one locked out. Our mill matchup must be great. It's probably not bad. All right, we attack with a Magus. They do bolt us. All right, so they've unlocked here. Pretty good for them. Remember, we're on turn 2 here. There's no way to get our Blood Moon down without acceleration. We ended up drawing that Blood Moon. All right, fetchy away. Might find basics. We might feel comfortable. Snow-covered island is found. We have no way to get the plains currently. So top deck land, it's a Blood Moon. If they leave themselves all mana open, we may Rabblemaster, avoiding a counter on the Blood Moon. Extra forest here. Plays an Uro. Notice I'm not bringing Tormod's Crypt in, even though we have it. We just haven't needed it. Triome. I need land here. Thank you. Play Blood Moon, pass turn, hope no force. There's a Pauper Super Qualifier. I've never felt so bad for people before. Why? All right, Blood Moon stops Uro coming back. We have Teferi blocked with Pithy Needle. Growth Spiral for our opponents. Extra breeding pool. Follows this up with a Dryad. All right. Layers are a cool thing. Magus stops Uro again. Layers. We had to play the Magus over the Rabblemaster because I can't beat an Uro with our current setup. Hoping no Bolt. I have not played Pauper recently. Pretty much yes, but pretty much any basic land's probably going to be an island. No! No, why do you have another Dryad? Put that away. Alright, we care about the Dryad on the right. Blood Moon. Blood Moon. It's not a Blood Moon. Alright. Rabblemaster, go. The one on the right is on. We know this by just Summoning Sickness, but also we just have to keep track of the one on the right. There is no way after the Summoning Sickness goes away that I'll know that it is, other than just paying attention to where it is on the board. Oh, you're talking about the Super Qualifier. Well, anyway, that was the Dryad stuff. Now they can play, and they do. Let's bottom. All right, they had the Aether Gust anyway, so now both of these, layer-wise, are online. I would need another Blood Moon on top of these. We're going to see ourselves an Uro. The potential ban announcement? What do people want banned already? That seems ridiculous. Uro's played. No real surprises here. So we probably would prefer a Seasoned Pyromancer here, getting rid of the Emarkul and drawing 2 cards, trying to find Lukka. Lukka's still an out, but very, very barely. They want Splinter Twin unbanned. Splinter Twin's not getting unbanned. I'm gonna hold a turn because I'm blocking Uro next turn. There's, ooh, now I'm not. We'll pass and generate a token past the turn. Am I taking 10? Going to 4? I can't. I drew those in the wrong order. Best draw is now Planebound because I have to block Uro at some point. Opponent explores here. Wooded Foothills. Attacks for 10. I think I'm just gonna let this go here because I need Planebound to have a shot anyway, and I can concede if I don't draw Planebound exactly. Go to 4. They could double bolt me as well. All right. Seasoned Pyromancer, we're going to go ahead and play because I generate 2 tokens here. 2 tokens gives me 3 blockers here, which gives me another turn. Unless they counter it, in which case we'll concede. All right, bunch of Aether Gusts for sure. Aether Gust is frustrating because when we use the Lukka to a target, the Lukka targeting can get fizzled. All right, question is, do we want Tormod's Crypts or Relics this time? We didn't want them last time we played. I'm not sure I want them this time either. I have Scavenger Grounds, I have 8 Moons. It's pretty good. I don't understand why everyone's upset about Modern. But I talked about that and the dive down a little bit, which actually is probably a good listen. But the short recap of it is basically, I feel like you just have to get out of your comfort zone and brew. I mean, look at what we're playing and doing just fine with. In a meta where I can do Planebound, Lukka, and Emarkul, I think we're okay. I think people that are probably upset would be aggro decks that are like Burn. Because you have things that are just going to come back and continuously gain life, which unbanning certain things isn't going to help. I want this Relic. I don't really know what I want, though, in replace of the Relic. Let's do 1 Bone Crusher and give it a shot. I don't want the Tormod's Crypts. I'm just not feeling them. I'm thinking that that could be something totally different. Let's play first. All right, we'll keep this because it has an aggressive turn 2 Rabblemaster followed by potentially turn 3. Emarkul's not great to see in hand, but it's not the worst. Burn's making a comeback, and I think that's the kind of the cute thing that I think Burn's been kind of shut out for a while because of Uro Omnath, and I really believe that the fact that it's coming back kind of proves the point of Modern's maybe not in the best place, but it's in an okay place. I think Dylan's got it right. People just get upset about the silliest things. Maybe I do Seasoned Pyromancer first. Bait out a bolt here, or put 4 power into play. This seems actually pretty good. Instead of just doing Rabblemaster into the bolt that we've already seen, let's get rid of Bone Crusher and Emarkul. Ooh, we don't hit a land, but we make 4 power. This is fine. We might just do that again with Seasoned Pyromancer number 2. How about an actual fetch reprint? Gotta take that up with Wizards. Triome, I love it. Let's see a red and 6 here. Pick up Scalding Tarn. Blood Moon will be played if I get a land, I think. Growth Spiral, especially if this is a tap land. Misty, it's not really a tap land. I hit for the Blood Moon here, and I could really kind of mess with my opponent briefly here. The counter has to be Force, so this becomes a 2-for-1 against them. I'm expecting a fetch for basic Island here, and maybe a Dryad to follow this up. The Dryad following it up obviously resets some of their mana, but then it gives me an extra turn to decide between Seasoned Pyromancer or Rabblemaster and continue attacking my opponent. There was a line there to play Rabblemaster and get really aggressive, and I don't think this is the right place just yet. So here's the Dryad. We're probably going to swing out with everything, including, I'm thinking, Rabblemaster token. We'll see, though. Explores. What else we got, opponent? Extra lands. All right, I've changed my mind here. Seasoned Pyromancer, we're going to go try to get this Lukka. I think we have to kind of race towards our counter our spells here. Oh, shoot. I already have a gemstone in play. That was a mistake. I'll just pass turn. Oh, that was a mistake. I thought this was a Scavenger Grounds. Alright, opponent's got free rain on us for 1 turn. At least I get the Magus to layer on top of the Dryad. I'm expecting something like Uro and maybe an Aether Gust or something like that. Gross Spiral. We're actually in a pretty okay spot here. My opponent's not going to attack, obviously. We'd be so much better here. We'll try Magus, pass turn. Alright, I'd be so much better if I held that 1 Gemstone Caverns. Now I have to rip a land off the top. And bolt my Magus away, that's fine. 2 cards for my opponent. Come on, land. Oh, is this gonna bite me, not having this land in my hand? Gross Spiral, redraws. No land is played. Looking to play something else, so it's not a counter spell. New Dryad, 2 unknowns. This looks fine. Land, come on. Maybe I just get aggressive here. They block. I don't like that. I like waiting 1 more turn here. My opponent hasn't really aggressively gone after me. They look like they're holding up Aether Gust. If I whiff on a land again, I can play Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of Ritual plus something else and try to hit those lands. Opponent plays a land and has 2 unknown cards. I'm expecting counter spells at this point in the game. They're not accelerating their board any further ahead. This is an interesting card. Let's just try to cast this. Like, just casually, just throw this into the battlefield. Not even going to try to ritual this out. The idea here is to bait out a counter spell since we've tapped out. This feels super safe here because if this resolves, then Lukka's pretty much free. And if Lukka's free, I can more or less get the Seasoned Pyromancer down plus land, and I have 3 targets for Lukka, so I can do this twice. My opponent's considering a counter spell, but opts not to. We'll pass the turn back. Okay, they bolt. All right, so it was a bolt plus something else. So we have what I assume is a counter spell. We had an instant speed spell for a while there. A Renin 6 is the least of our worries here. They might start shooting down elementals. They instead pick up a Misty Rainforest and play that. 1 card to beat. Come on, land. Where are you at? All right, I'm going to actually go for this off the Ritual, mainly because this coming into play here and the Lukka is pretty potent. I'm testing this last card that they have. It has to be a counter spell or they have an Emarkul to deal with. It's a remand. All right, it was a counter spell. Not going to attack with anything. Again, I don't care about the Renin 6. They can have all the lands they want here. Top of the library was a Gross Spiral. Okay. And a land. So we have an unknown random card coming here for my opponent. Albeit Emarkul's not going to annihilate everything too quickly here. But we're looking pretty good. Scalding turn to hand. Hand ends up playing it immediately. 1 unknown. 14 to 19. We do hit our land drop. Here we go. Was it a counter spell or is it a removal spell? Lukka in play. Let's go ahead and get rid of 1 Seasoned Pyromancer here. I'd like to keep the Planebound for future use. Go ahead, opponent. We have an Emarkul in play. Lukka is gone. I like that because it's not counterable at that point through Force of Negation. Not that they could, well, they could pay for it with the Dryads. All right, what do you got for us, opponent? Has found Uro, gain some life. Uro, play Uro, then I smash you. You do get to draw quite a few cards here. Valakut, 1 card in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 cards left after they do this again. Uro from hand again draws, so they had back-to-back Uros. Come on, Emarkul. Need to give our opponent a big hug. Immediately plays the land here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. They will not have Cryptic Command coming up. Well, maybe they will. We have plenty of blockers, by the way. Happy to play a Seasoned Pyromancer next and create even another blocker. We don't need another Lukka. This is why the Planebound and the Lukka work, by the way. Opponent draws another card here. And it was a land. All right, we have lots of lands for my opponent. Tons of lands. So many lands. I guess when they attack back, they get to play, get to draw with Uro. Here we go. We're ready for some Annihilator 6? I am. Pings me. Combat. Swing. I'm just gonna attack them. I need them to block. I can kill them in 2 swings anyway. Ren in 6 is not a problem. They don't have any lands in the yard. Ren in 6, Misty. Yeah, or 2 attacks and them not blocking. The Iona. Hey, thank you for the 2 months. Overkill is on the menu. We're trying. I love the precise selection here. Love it. No reach. Oh, that's right, flying. I forgot. Spaghetti Mom's got it all. I'd be happy for them to block anyway. We'll play Seasoned Pyromancer, creating more blockers here, and just drawing further into our library. What could I name? What could I name with this that would be worth it? I guess we'll name Teferi. I suppose if they have an oath, an attack. I mean, we could attack with just about everything anyway. I don't see them winning. Got the Spaghetti Mom. Opponent goes all combat on us. I think I will just simply chump block this. I don't feel like trying to kill the Uro here. We don't really need to. They can replay it anyway. Just gives them more stuff to do. Eats up more of my stuff. We're at 18. Currently have Flying Spaghetti here. Playing Uro twice. Gains them 6. Puts them to 17. Team swinging in wins. Keeps new Uro to defend with. They have exactly 5 cards plus Uro left. Oh, that's right. They can cast it because of Dryad. That's true. Bouncing Spaghetti Mom would be sad. New Uro from hand this time. Sacrifices. We're up to 17, putting them above Emarkul powers, but not above the powers of my team. Ren in 6. Nope. New Dryad. 1 card here. Let's send in the Rabble Master as well. Team's ready. Combat a go. Don't forget, opponents, I can attack with quite literally everything. Annihilator 6, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leaving them with 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. And blockers must happen. Interesting results thus far. Let's play our 5th and final match. Interesting. Huh. Uh-oh. Are they really 4-0? Oh my gosh. We have the turn. We have the turn 3. I feel like I get rid of Chalice here. Keep and bin Chalice so that I have enough mana. Let's do it. This is working sometimes. Repeat? Oh, we'll try. It needs to be banned. Let's get rid of this Chalice. I'm going to go with the mana this time because I blame Planebound plus Lukka. Windswept Teeth's great to see here. Probably just lead Magus and then Planebound Lukka, shoot Planebound, connect with my opponent's face. Lukka is here. We've got a basic planes for my opponent. Smart move. Temple Garden. It's sort of a Lukka combo list. Shock's in here. Heliod combo. Walking Ballista. Hey, 1/1 Walking Ballista. Nice. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and start with Magus of the Moon and pass turn. The 1/1 Walking Ballista is going to be interesting. Heliod. So what's interesting here is they can't quite kill me because they have to give this lifelink, but also it needs to be a 2/2 because I can block. That's a scary one to draw. We're going to go ahead and do our Planebound here in Lukka because we need to attack next turn anyway. We'll leave Magus here. Not to mention now I have a nice big mom spaghetti. Good luck, opponent. What a board state. Turn 3. If they got me, they've got me. We'll see if they've got me, though. Feeling confident. Not sure what they could do here. They could do something, though. Utopia Sprawl on its own forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 permanents currently. Spike Feeder would need another green source. Opponent attacks. I will block. Gives lifelink. Smart move. Dies. Cool. It puts the counter on Utopia Sprawl. I love it. Nice. Nice move. All right. Combat. I think it's all about making a point. I'm going for 5-0 with the list. I've been the last person to 5-0 with that turbo list. Nice board state. Here, we'll make sure there's a Blood Moon down here as well, assisting Emarkul. I was testing the deck with the spell and it fits nicely on the removal. They didn't get to see the Lukka combo. I'm just saying, I'm hoping for a good game too here against them. All right, this is definitely probably our Lightning Bolt matchup with them Pithy Needles. I don't see a reason to be playing Chalice once again here. Anger's actually decent. We may be stripping out something like, maybe like a, I don't know, because Magus and Blood Moon are pretty good here. I want to have all 8 Blood Moons. I want to be able to ritual them out very quickly here. I guess we could argue a Seasoned Pyromancer may not be important here as much. Bone Crusher is a good removal. Bolts are fine. because we need to buy ourselves enough time here. Season Pyromancer is cute because it digs us, but the funny thing is that, like, if you get Emarkul stuck in hand, you need as many Season Pyromancers. A Braid's probably even good too. Like, I don't know if we have to be so, like, all in. Gosh, I like all of this because removing their stuff's just going to buy us. This is the time we need. But that means I have to cut 4 things. I mean, I almost feel like a Braid's just better than maybe Bone Crusher. I could cut maybe 1 Accomplice and like 1 Moon. Or 1 Blood Moon. That gives me 7. That's probably fine. I'm on the draw as well. I think the targeted removal is better than board wipes. I think that's a good argument for just having the targeted removal here. So 1 Planebound, 1 Blood Moon, and the Angers seems fairly decent. Means I have to kind of probably cast Lukka at 5, but that shouldn't be a problem. Ah, where's my Planebound? Let's think here briefly. This is a turn 1 Season Pyromancer. Oh, if this is just Planebound. If this was just Planebound, you would slam it. I mean, I can go for this and see what I top deck. We can play slow to Season Pyromancer. I don't have my removals. Let's see if my opponent mulligans. I'm actually feeling this, and I can't explain why, but I'm just thinking that this is probably good enough. Planebound's probably on top. They keep 7. We're going with them. Let's throw this league away. It's fun to do that. I've got a good gut feeling about this. Turn 2 Lukka's good. We could even do that and then just Season Pyromancer and Lukka. Pithy Needle's a really good one here. Actually, we're just gonna do this. It's really good. Heliod. Shoot, which Heliod is it? The Sun Crowned, right? Judge, can I get a quick Heliod? God of Sun or Sun Crowned? Sun Crowned. Sun Crowned, all right. Just making sure. I'm just making sure I asked the judge. The judge was Google, just double checking which Heliod to get. There's the call, all right. I mean, I think I just Lukka turn 2 here and then see what I can do with maybe the Season Pyromancer on turn 3. If I hit a land, we're doing it. And we're not gonna uptick here because I'm too afraid to lose the Emarkul. They can infinite life gain. They most definitely can, but they need to have Heliod plus Spike Feeder. I mean, they can make a lot here, so. A big Walking Ballista is really awkward too because the Season Pyromancer is not very, very big. It's just a 2/2. I have 2, right? But I don't like the chance of getting rid of 2 of them with my top 3 cards. Knowing my luck, I would get them. Conclave plus a 4-drop, which might be... Oh, Collected Company's fine to see here. Just don't hit anything spicy here. Don't hit anything spicy. Heliod and... Miss Spike Feeder, Miss Spike Feeder, Miss Spike Feeder. No! I need a removal spell now. All right, I need a Simian Spirit Guide Bolt here, please. I'll even take the Simian Spirit Guide right now. I have the Abrade. Let's just pass turn here and use the Abrade on their turn. I can't plus. It's been... I wanted to plus, but it can't because Phyrexian Revoker stopped it. Just don't play Spike Feeder. Anything but Spike Feeder here. Makes mana. I'm not too worried about Ranger here, but they're going to go get... No, they can't go get Spike Feeder. This is match 5, yes. There's a Walking Ballista. In response to the Ranger here, I'm going to go ahead and destroy this artifact and see if they have another. They have a Walking Ballista in hand now. Ranger's gone. Walking Ballista played as a 1/1 here. Spike Feeder. I am torn because on Magic Online you can beat this. They make a big Spike Feeder here, but we'll probably have a token to block this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me think here. I need to see them put counters on the other one. I can't mill out. Yeah, they just kill me this turn. All right. That's right, because Conclave is not summoning sick. I really want this Planebound in just to do the crazy turn 1/2. Still need the Pithy Needles probably, and definitely need the Abrades to take care of the Phyrexians, all that good stuff. It's probably okay to cut another Moon here for the Planebound, just to kind of go a little further all in on the combo here. We have a lot of spot removal. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's play first. Removal, we have a Planebound, we have an Abrade. I think we can keep this. We have 2 removal pieces here, and we have Planebound with Lukka. It's got to be close here. Top deck a land here in the first 3 cards. Should be good. Slap down the Planebound. This looks fine. Opponent cuts to 6. Good luck. Top deck a Simian. Ooh, woo. All right, it's just a Utopia Sprawl. Another Planebound's not where exactly I want to be here. Definitely going to be shooting something, hopefully. Come on. Too bad Abrade doesn't hit enchantments. That's fair. Gives me the turn back. And I miss a land drop. No, please. Not like this. Uses a call to go get Heliod. I needed to hit that land on curve. So now I have to deal with a Heliod, and I have 2 removal pieces here. Leaving themselves path open. They currently don't have double green, which is kind of an interesting piece here. All right, we're gonna ritual out a Planebound here and pass. They currently, I don't believe, can kill me out of anywhere, which is good for us. They could get infinite life again, though. Shields are down. I'd love to draw a land here so I can Planebound and hopefully bolt or Abrade. Extra green here. Apparently my opponent was pretty good against all of our Blood Moon effects. 3 mana Ranger. Okay. That's fine. Ranger's here to protect the combo. They need one more land and then they can go get Walking Ballista and they win. They get a Gibber. Interesting. All right. I can only kill one thing. I suppose here I have to hope that they don't have another land. If they have another land, they kill me with a Heliod. All right, we're gonna go and put the Emarkul in play here. They've got to have the land off the top for them. If they've got the land, they win. We have no way to win without going for it. You're right, Last God. Don't have land, please. Sacrifices. Usually means they're going for it. Oh, they have the land. They went and got Gibber. I guess that's good-ish. Depends on what combo pieces they had. And Spike Feeder. And a Knight of Autumn. I feel really awkward here. Because I can make infinite life, but I get to blow up a whole bunch of things. So they don't go kill me with a Walking Ballista, but they go infinite here. They currently have less cards, and when I attack, they have to sack 6 things. I shoot Giver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't make Spike Feeder big here. I actually believe I win this even in paper. I have more cards. I never have to play Seasoned Pyromancer. I shoot one of these, they must sack 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Has 3 mana afterwards. The following turn, I attack again. Unless they had some way to bounce this, I believe I actually win this. Yeah, and if I get a mountain, I get to shoot Giver, and in response shoot this, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they have 2 mana. I think we actually win. Even if they were to go 10 million life, I'd be like, that's fine. And at any point, I can't mill out anyway, because I have my own Emarkuls I can pitch to Seasoned Pyromancer. So even though they have all of this, they just won't have lands to future play, and I basically play the mill out game. I almost feel like just saying I can beat infinite life. It's just not pretty. That's what you would do in paper. I'd be like, count your library. I've got 62 cards. They'd be like, 62? I'd be like, yeah, that's what I counted to. Nice, Last God, nice. But yeah, I believe I can beat this. Let him time out. Really, it comes down to, will they ever have anything that would stop the Annihilator 6 here? And have enough of a board state to eventually put me to 0? The answer looks like probably not. How do I beat infinite life? Okay, so when I attack next turn, I'm going to Bolt Giver. They have to sacrifice 6 things. It's going to be at least Knight, land, 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 land. That's 5. If they do the other Utopia Sprawl, then they need like a Conclave or something like that. But basically, I annihilate them enough here, especially with this now extra land here. So I Bolt Giver. I can actually shoot the Spike Feeder now to further prevent this. So now we kill Spike Feeder, so they can't do like a Conclave here. And when I kill all of their lands here, there's no feasible way that I believe they get rid of Emarkul and ever establish another board state here. So eventually we mill them out. And even if we had less cards, I have an Emarkul I will eventually draw and would pitch it to Season Pyromancer. So even though they have infinite life, we would eventually mill them in this situation because they would never be able to play enough things to be able to crack back at me for enough to make it lethal. We could pitch the 8 cards. It could be whatever. Basically, I just use Emarkul as a land destruction spell every time they play a land from here on out. We got there. We got the 5-0. We've got it locked up. Yeah, by killing 2 things here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They leave themselves with Forest and Utopia Sprawl. 4-0, don't celebrate too early. They don't have anything in their list that would stop this, I don't think. Protection from colored spells prevents a path. My tracker's wrong. Yeah, we're currently 4-0. Tracker's behind by 1. It's gonna creep people out. You know what? I'm not gonna tell them my plan here. We've explained the plan here. I don't need them to go, oh, that's their plan, and I have this 1 of out. You could infinite loop Emmy for the kill with Scavenger Grounds. And before they O-ring, they would have to have a land currently in hand plus the O-ring. That is the only window that they would have. They're asking, how would you? Do I explain this? I've explained it. More cards, Emarkul Annihilator, in game state where you would only have 1 land ever. There we go. I even gave them the 1 out that they potentially could have, and I know Heliod combo is not playing O-ring. Yeah, they opt to sacrifice in such a way that they get to keep Heliod here. So they get a second land here. It's like, so what? but they kept Heliod now, so unless they have some weird way to bounce this, it's just not gonna happen here. If I end up drawing Emarkul, I'd be happy to Season Pyromancer to ditch it just to prove that I would have more cards. They'll just let me clean the table and concede. Sounds good. Makes for a nice print. I guess they want me to print the screen. They're giving me the congrats as well. Oh, they conceded to give me the print. 5-0. 5-0. Back-to-back 5-0s. Feels really good. And we just put a pile together because why not? Here's the list. If our opponent stops by, we had the second Emarkul. 8 Moon, an infected Red Prison 8 Moon, ditching Blood Moon for a combo piece and a finisher in the Planebound Accomplice Lukka and Emarkul package. Spaghetti was had tonight. We've got the 5-0. We did it. Feels good, doesn't it? Back to back? You're gonna get spoiled. Last got it was 2. Ends up they have Blessed Alliance. Oh my gosh. Just got here. Red deck wins. Exactly. My play points are recovering. Sweet job indeed. We did it. We did it. Get the Emarkuls. Planebound Lukka. Red Prison. Just a little different in Modern.